you know, you strike me as someone who I think in almost in an, like in an archetypal way, there are a lot of elements of, I guess what you could say, like masculinity that, you know, you embrace. But simultaneously, it seems like the further things move around or move along, there are elements of that also that, you know, you sort of like reject as well in like a very open, you know, in very clear way, in a way that, you know, almost seems like you clearly want to send the audience, you know, sort of like a message as to sort of like the pros and the cons of that. You know, are there
Yeah.
ways publicly and, you know, in your music as well, that you sort of want people to be kind of perceiving gender through what you do and, you know, what it means to be masculine, or, you know, identify or sort of like think about sex and gender in any way?
Yeah. To an extent, yes. I kind of just want to, I guess I was just brought up in a way where, not that didn't matter, but I guess like I just didn't perceive them in the way other people did. So I never caught on to the social cues that like other people really did. So they don't come out in me, and it just comes out neutral because that's just the way I've always been. So like I do reject a lot of like I embrace a lot of parts of masculinity. A lot of times I embrace it for irony or to like portray something in a song. Like when I do something in a song, I take the like I don't know, it's like I take form of whatever I'm talking about. And but like the parts that I reject causes a lot of issues because like, you know, a lot of people say they're about that. They say they don't fuck with racists and these kind of people and et cetera, et cetera. But it's just like, it's not until you had to deal with these people in private when nobody was around that you understand why I don't fucking like these people. And it's just like, I absolutely reject that kind of shit. And I don't like the idea that anybody should be in a box, and especially not black people. I don't think that they should be in any kind of box. And like, damn, man, don't be black and try to do any damn thing that ain't the fucking norm, yo. They will slap your ass back into the box or call you a fucking weirdo. Trust me, yo. I was here pre-Twitter and there was no help. Nobody cared. There was nowhere to go. We just had to take the brunt of that shit and keep it pushing. So like, I don't know. I just learned that being yourself is like this kind of weapon. So like, yeah, I use that in song and like, it comes out that way because that's just how I am. I'm not trying specifically to do anything. I'm just speaking about myself and sometimes weaving it in and out of reality and perception. So like, yeah, it comes out that way because that's just how I am. But I guess I'm not trying to put anything out there on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with your observation that, and something I find odd about that observation is like, and I don't know if you have an opinion on this, but like to a degree that I think a lot of people, especially white people, don't understand is like, there is a really like strong grip of traditionalism that like, you know, runs through the black community, which obviously like, you know, that reminder, that push to sort of push someone like you back into a normal state, you know, sort of comes from. But it's really odd that like a lot of white people feel comfortable participating in that as well, like to like police the behavior of people of color who they perceive as like acting weird or flamboyant or sort of like outside of the box, sort of, as you say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even fucking know, man. I don't even know what to say about that shit. But yeah, people just think they can just, I don't know. Just when it comes to things that have to do with black people, people think they can just participate and just come in and fuck shit up and just leave and just not deal with any consequences. You know, it's like, it's just how things go. I don't really know. You know, you could call it out, you could do whatever, but like, it's here and it's getting stronger with the internet. I see it so much. So,
Well,
yeah.
now that I'm sort of like, I don't know, digesting what you're saying a little bit, it's also got me thinking like for a lot of people who are sort of outside of the black community, especially white people, a lot of those perceptions and expectations most likely come from hip hop music. And, you know, and with hip hop being sort of like a window to black culture for a lot of white people who honestly like have no other exposure to black culture otherwise. You know, is that ever something that's sort of like, on your mind ever that for like a lot of young kids who are listening to your music, like, you know, you're one of the few, you know, bits of exposure to black thought or a black mind that, you know, they have through your music, through your art?
Yeah, I'm super aware of that actually. And I think everybody's aware of it. It's just like, you know, it's very, I don't know how to describe it. It's very like, it's a very odd thing to know that your music can be digested by people it's not really aimed at. But like, at the same time, it's just how things always have been, low key. I can't really remember a time where it was any different. Since music's been recorded, it's kind of just been that way. So I, you know, I don't really know. It's just how it is. And it's just like, I guess it's just like a question that like, I don't even know, man. It's kind of one of those, it is what it is things. It's like, you can let it bother you. Like I've seen it, like some people like go crazy on Twitter about it, but it's just like, it's just kind of is what it is. It's like, you know what I mean? White people have money. They're going to be the ones digesting this shit. It is what it is. It doesn't really matter who you are. So it's like, it doesn't really matter who you are. So it doesn't matter what you say. Like what you say is going to be digested by people it's not going to be aimed at a lot of times. But, you know, respect to the people that still aim it. Like Public Enemy and like Ice Cube and people like that.
Thank you very much for watching this interview clip over on TND Streams. To see the full interview, click on the video link next to my head or down below, or hit up the link to subscribe to the channel or see our Patreon page to support what we do and get some extra bonus monthly content in the process. Anthony Fantano, forever.